All right, I got some real truth for you today. There are some remote jobs out there that pay a decent salary without requiring a degree or tons of experience. And I'm not talking about those crappy gigs and no interview jobs. I'm talking about real remote jobs with real pay. And the best part is, these jobs are not plastered all over the place. I'll show you because I found 4 jobs available today hiring in the USA. I'm going to start off with a benefits implementation position that pays $25 to $26 per hour, and all they want is 6 months of related experience. You're familiar with benefits enrollment files and administration platforms, and you have some knowledge of group health plans. And this job comes to us from Mutual of Omaha. This is for a group benefit integration specialist. It's a full-time remote position anywhere within the United States. And I'm looking right at the job description. And right here they tell us they'll pay you $25 to $26 per hour, plus an annual bonus opportunity, as well as your standard suite of benefits. In this position, you'll coordinate and manage the implementation of benefit data file feeds between the benefits administration platform and insurance carriers, payroll systems, HRIS platforms, and other third-party vendors. You'll analyze carrier and vendor specifications to map and configure data feeds, collaborate with internal teams, perform end-to-end testing of file feeds, monitor ongoing data feeds, and serve as a technical point of contact for file-related issues. Additionally, you'll maintain thorough documentation of file setup, stay current with industry standards, and support special projects related to system migrations, process improvements, and automation initiatives. In taking a look at what they want from you, they say right here on this job description, they want at least 6 months experience in benefits administration, HR technology, or data integration. You're familiar with EDI formats, especially 835 benefit enrollment files, as well as file mapping and transformation processes. You have a working knowledge of group health, dental, vision, life, disability, voluntary benefits, and FSA, HSA plans, and you have experience with benefits administration platforms. So that brings us to our next no degree needed remote job. It's for a denials and AR supervisor, and the pay for this job is between $65,342 and $94,799.70. And it comes to us from the company R1, sometimes known as R1 RCM. They provide revenue cycle management services specifically for the healthcare industry. So yeah, this is a full-time remote position. It does not require a degree, but they do want you to have a heavy background in working accounts receivable in a specialized area of cancer infusion or chemotherapy, and you have Epic and MedTech experience. And right here in the job description, they tell us they'll pay you between $65,342 and $94,799.70 per year. And in this job, what you're going to do is work on denials, accounts receivable, and front-end billing for multiple clients, handling large inventory. You'll assist in all training required to ensure reimbursement analysts resolve, call, and/or appeal a defined number of accounts, review, draft, and/or approve complex and contractual appeals and letters to insurance companies, manage daily workloads of operations support department staff, enlist the assistance of the provider representatives on an individual or batch case level to resolve complex claim and appeal issues, audit and review client status reports, and provide daily, weekly, or monthly feedback as requested by leadership. So next up, we have a no degree needed HR specialist recruiter job that pays $60,000 to $70,000 per year. This job comes to us from the company Sifted. They're a legitimate corporate catering company founded in 2015. This is a full-time remote position anywhere within the United States. And I'm going to scroll down this job description because way down here at the bottom, they tell us they'll pay you between $60,000 and $70,000 per year. Plus, they give you a pretty decent suite of benefits, including monthly cell phone usage reimbursement. You don't need a degree for this job, and they prefer, but they don't require, they prefer you have 1 to 3 years high volume recruiting experience. Of course, you need to be detail oriented, you have impeccable communication skills, you're task oriented, you're organized, and you're a critical thinker. So that's an amazing salary, especially because they don't require a degree and very little related experience is required for this position. So what you're going to do on a regular basis is successfully recruit talent in a high-volume recruiting environment, as well as onboard them to the Sifted team. So yeah, you'll do some recruiting, you'll manage the hiring pipeline, as well as complete onboarding on new hires. So that sums up this job. If it interests you, just go ahead and read through all the details here. It just gives you a little more information of what you're going to do on a regular basis. Now, the last position I have is for a payer strategy specialist, and they're going to pay between $82,000 and $105,000 per year. Now, they do prefer you have a bachelor's degree, but they're not requiring it as long as you have some related experience. I'll get into that in just a minute. So this job comes to us from Bicycle Health. They're a telemedicine group that specializes in the evidence-based treatment of patients with, and I'm not going to say this word because YouTube might not like it, use disorder. This is a full-time remote position, 40 hours per week, Monday through Friday, normal business hours. And right here on the job description, they tell us they'll pay you between $82,000 and $105,000 per year. Plus, they'll give you your standard benefits, including a $50 a month remote work stipend. So what you can expect to do in this position is execute payer strategy and business plan to contribute to departmental sales goal, initiate, negotiate, renegotiate, and close payout contracts, letters of agreement, and contract revisions, initiate and nurture regional and strategic account relationships, maintain a strong focus on helping the market understand Bicycle Health's unique value proposition, contract with new partners and negotiate sustainable rate schedules, ensure contract language is consistent with Bicycle Health's interests, and implement payer contracts to maximize potential revenue and pull through opportunities. And I list more details. If this job interests you, just go ahead and read through them. And what they want from you is 3 years business development experience in the payer sector. Value-based care experience is a plus. And they prefer, but they don't require, they prefer you have a bachelor's degree. So I'm just going to say it. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, make sure you have at least 3 years of this related experience. They also want you to have existing relationships with and experience selling value-based products and services to regional payers. You're able to review contracts, respond with readiness, and negotiate win-win deals with payers. And they'd like you to have prior experience working with revenue cycle management teams and contract implementation. Well, that does it for this one. In fact, we just went over 4 remote jobs that don't require a degree, nor do you need tons and tons of experience. Hopefully one of these jobs works out for you, and if you're looking for more, check out this video right here. Have a good day, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.